not frosty. You're not ready to go.
Are you done? We're recording now.
Are we? Okay, good.
Yeah.
You hit the button?
Yeah, well, we got all that. You yelling at me.
You know what? I don't yell at you. Welcome back to Talking Story. My name is John Midden. Hey, that right there is my literary wingman. Best producer on BookTube. When he hits the button.
I hit the button before I even told you I hit the button.
Well,
I did my job.
It says so on bathroom wall, so I guess we have to believe it. All over the world. Hey, this is bittersweet today.
It is. It's the last one.
It is the last one.
Square.
This is when we turn the camera around. We let our community take over the channel because it's always one of the best videos we do too. Because we have very little clue of what's
better at this than we are.
Yeah, very little clue of what we're doing. So it's like they check in with us, they let us know what they're reading, what's going on, and it's been just great. But we're trying something different. We're trying something different with Patreon. We're going to move to a book club and kind of see how that goes. See if even more people can't get involved, and we can have back and forth conversation as opposed to just one-way conversation. So we're actually excited about what the future holds, but it's a little bittersweet. We've really loved these.
It's a bittersweet moment. A lot of cool stuff has come out of Town Square. So
if you're excited about the book club, we'll be dropping a little bit later about what how to do that, how to look into that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get going. Should we get going? Should we see the first one? Are you ready?
I'm excited. I think I'm ready.
Okay. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, well, let's go.
The Anarchy was an almost 20-year English civil war that took place in the first half of the 12th century. It was between the forces of King Stephen and Empress Matilda, who were the grandnephew and granddaughter of William the Conqueror. Pillars of the Earth is a much-loved book set during the Anarchy, but uses the Civil War mainly as a backdrop. Other than a minor plot point about the White Ship tragedy that was a major instigator of the Anarchy. If you enjoyed how Pillars used the Civil War as a backdrop, then you may enjoy The Brother Cadfael Mysteries by Ellis Peters. Oh. Cadfael is a Welsh soldier turned monk who solves murders in Shrewsbury, and they made a wonderful adaptation in early 2000s starring Derek Jacobi. If you want the story of the Anarchy from the principles, then I highly recommend When Christ and His Saints Slept by Sharon K. Penman, tied for first as my favorite book of all time. Like the Warlord Chronicles by Bernard Cornwell, it is told with a framing narrative of a half-Welsh bastard son of Henry I that the author created to be an outside perspective to the events of the Anarchy. The author then wrote companion novels about other famous Plantagenets. Time and Chance is about Matilda's son Henry II and his wife Eleanor of Aquitaine. Devil's Brood is about some of their most famous children, namely Richard I and King John. Lionheart is about the Third Crusade and Richard in the Holy Land. King's Ransom is when he was captured and imprisoned in Austria and King John was doing his shenanigans. The author's last book that she wrote is The Land Beyond the Sea, which chronicles the fall of Jerusalem in 1187, and the point of view character is Balion de Ibelin, who you may know from the movie Kingdom of Heaven, starring Legolas, as a titular character. Of note, Salah ad-Din and his brother are important figures in this book and in Lionheart.
See what I mean?
As always, Angela's got like a Barnes and Noble table set up.
First of all, she has
full
the
display
library in the world, and then she can just lay out like that whole history. It's like the
art style on some of those covers was gorgeous too.
Yeah, that sounds like a really interesting series. I loved Warlord Chronicles.
What, that might be your jam then?
Yeah, that could be my jam for sure.
What's up, Talking Story fam? What's up, Beasties? What's up, John and Jacob? Just want to do a quick rundown of a few of my top things from 2024, some book recommendations for all of you. Here we go. Book of the year was Wisdom of Crowds by Joe Abercrombie, the final book in First Law. It was fantastic. Love the world, love the characters, love his writing. My novella of the year was The Whisper That Replaced a God by Timothy Wolf. This is awesome. Focuses on this character right here, Mute, who is an assassin for a kingdom. He has this magical power where he can whisper a word and all of a sudden everybody goes silent. Nobody can talk. Everyone's mute. And it helps him when he's assassinating people. And he's a very twisted character here in his head, and it's a lot of fun. My indie book of the year was Harbinger of Justice by Andrew Watson, who is another awesome booktuber. This was fantastic. Like I said, it's Aladdin meets Venom meets Stranger Things. If you like all three of those, you're going to love this. And then 2 hidden gems, both are indie, so most of this is indie. I'm telling you, indie's where it's at, guys. 2 of my hidden gems earlier in the year, I read Falling into Oblivion by Aaron and Payne, another awesome booktuber. Bibliotheory. This was a lot of fun. A cyberpunk book with a cyber dragon. I mean, look at that beautiful cover. With a detective. It focuses on just one night. If you like Dresden Files, if you like Batman, if you like cyberpunk, if you like all of those things, check this out. It's very, very good. A quick read. A lot of fun. And finally, when I just finished Space, Pew Pew by David Batterina. This is hilarious. If you like Firefly, you'll love this. If you love Star Wars, especially Chewbacca and Han Solo and their dynamic, you'll love this. It focuses on a ship's crew with a lot of just goofy, funny characters that are very imperfect, and they all work together so well. I hope you will check these out if you haven't already. And again, John and Jacob, thank you guys so much. This has been just a blessing to be a part of this community, to get to know you both and get to know everyone in the community. What a great spot. And we're all so excited for you and for Discovery. Ooh, we cannot wait to read it. Cannot wait for years to come for this community to grow, for your channel to grow, for your book that you write and the popularity of them to grow, and to continue to get to know you guys better and this community better. It's awesome. So take care, and I will see you in the next one.
Dude, Triple B, man. He's the best. Look. And that dude knows everything I love. Everything he said, if you like this, it's like something on my all-time love the most list.
Yeah. If you like Firefly, it's like, oh,
like, come
okay.
on. Batman, Firefly, Star Wars. Like, I feel like I should order every one of those books right this second.
Yeah. Oh, and as always, if it says channel with somebody's channel, they have their own BookTube channel. Check that out in the description. So
absolutely
check out Triple B. He's awesome.
Oh, the bearded book beast is the goods, man.
Oh, Wasabi Town Square, folks. It's me, Chance Dillon. And yes, this is the final video in the Town Square. This is my final submission in Town Square. I already messed up. And, man, what to do with this final video? I can sit here for 2 minutes and talk about how grateful I am for the Minton family for having us along on their channel and having these conversations, talking story, conversing, or I can plug a few book covers that have come out recently that I love.
Yeah.
And also, I went to MarsCon this past weekend, met Christopher Rocchio, unrelated to what I'm about to show you, but I thought that was awesome. I know John said that he was a very easy to talk to guy. He was right. But also we have here Final Assembly, Dennis M. Myers. Picked that up this week. Dennis was an incredible person to talk to. I know he posts in these Town Square videos, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what his video is this week for this month for Town Square. I also want to plug The Crimson Fire by Abel Montero. Just look at that beautiful cover. He did some of the. I think he got the background and then did a lot of the graphic design for this cover, and I'm really looking forward to his debut. I believe he has novels written in Italian. I think he's doing the Way of Adan, and he's translating it into Italian. Abel is a great booktuber as well. Highlights self-published. Oh, well, we got the blurb in there. All right. Well, there's another cover I want to show you guys as well. Don't know if you heard about this one. What? Didn't mean to do that. Well, but you should check that book out. I'm so excited for it. Oh, by the way, Abel's book comes out in April, and then there's one more. I mean. I would never plug myself in the last Town Square. So silly.
You should.
There's this book called Mercy, Tears of the Fallen coming out July 2025, July 20th, on a very special day to me in general. And this one, I can't wait. I mean, I can't wait for any of them, to be honest. Wow. And I did that all in under 2 minutes. John, Jacob, thank you guys so much. Really grateful that this channel has grown to the family that it has. And I can't wait to see where this community goes with the new Patreon structure. Anyways, very excited. Grateful. Everybody, I hope you have a fantastic 2025.
Oh, man.
Dude, yeah. You know what I love about Chance's channel is he takes us not only through what he reads, but through what he's writing every week. He checks in with us. He lets us know. I cannot wait for his book to come out. Such a special day he's bringing it out on. Such a personal journey. Oh, my gosh. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, man.
What a big
July
year.
20th. Don't be afraid to shout yourself out, Chance.
Come
Do it in
on.
every
That's
video.
what this is. Yes, that's what this is about.
Thank you, Chance. That was awesome.
We have met the most amazing
I was just thinking
flipping
that.
people. Like it is just, it's off the charts, the people we have met. Unbelievable. We are truly blessed, my son.
This town square is going to make me cry, isn't it?
No, come be strong.
I don't know if I can.
So far, we're good. We're good so far.
Hello, you beautiful book people. Rhys Writing here, honorary
Hey,
doctor
Chris.
of metaphysics in the area of tingle research. Back again for the first town square of 2025. We've got a lot to cover today, so let's kick it off with a This month's fun fact is that even though I may or may not have slept between 2 nuclear missiles, as well as worked within 50 feet of a nuclear reactor, my lifetime radiation exposure is lower than probably anyone else watching this. Just one benefit of being a submariner. Now, I'm going to attempt my first ever top 10 list. I read 50 books last year, and as I began this endeavor, I realized that perhaps I'm too lenient in handing out 5 stars, as 40 of them received such a distinction.
Wow.
I'll work on that going forward, but as many of you know, some 5-star books are more 5-star than others. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit by grouping together books from a series, but what is a BookTube list without some cheating? First off,
You got it.
my honorable mentions in no particular order.
Oh, come on. Classic. Ooh. Oh, come. That's so good. Yeah.
And now my top 10.
Those are classics. Oh, I hear that's really good.
I haven't heard of these so far. Oh, the Red
Come
Rising.
on. You know that one.
I
Oh,
do.
John Douglas makes the list. Look at that.
There
Oh,
you go.
yes. Yes.
There you go.
go. I got to get to that one.
If for some reason you'd like to hear me
dandelion
expound a
wine.
bit further on this list, you can follow the link to my channel in the description below, where I'll try to walk through a bit of my reasoning. And my last segment here is going to be more of a PSA. Earlier this month, I accompanied my son on a community service project for Cub Scouts. It was to an organization that started off as a local food bank 42 years ago, but has developed into a community resource center. Not only do they provide basic food for families, they also provide pet food, financial assistance, job mentorship, school supplies, etc. But what caught my ear was that they also have book fairs. They normally hold them every other month, but they lost the location it was at, and they're currently in the process of relocating it. So I thought it'd be fun to try and do a book drive. This is in the very early stages for me, and I'm trying to figure out the logistics of it all. I'll provide some updates here and there when I can, but if you'd like to help me on this project or do it in your own community and we'll share notes, follow me on my Twitter or watch the channel that I'll link below for updates. That's all I have for this month. Wishing you all a fantastic 2025, and until next month.
Dude,
It was covered up, but if you want to help out Chris with that, his channel is linked below, Chris the Writing Jester, and then his @ on, I think it was Twitter, he said, was @AuthorRichie.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the author of the Tingle Papers. It sounds like that's an amazing thing. I'm going to check that out. If you're interested, check that out with me, and let's see what we can do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome for doing that, Chris.
Chris
Well
is the
done.
best. I'm telling
He
you.
is. Everybody's the best. These people are great.
Yep.
Hey guys, so excited to be part of another town square.
Daniel.
I wasn't able to join last month. It was a little busy around here around the holidays, but I wanted to hop on and just give you guys my book of the year for 2024.
All right.
You know, it's actually going to be 3 because I read 32 books and only 3 books this year managed to hit 5 stars for me. I was a little bit stingy on my star ratings.
The
And
complete
so I just wanted
opposite
to
from
highlight all
Chris.
3, and I'll go from 3 to 1, so you'll actually see my 3rd, 2nd, and then 1st best reads of the year. So number 3
Bring it, Daniel.
was a 5-star read, and it was Dune by Frank Herbert.
come
First
on.
time reading this.
Come
Amazing
on.
book. Saw the movies too. Loved the movies, and I was just so excited to jump in this world, and I can't wait to explore more. I did read Dune Messiah this year as well. It didn't quite hit as well as Dune for me, but I'm hoping that Children of Dune kind of pulls me back in.
Yeah. Children's great.
Number 2, I love the TV show, but I'd never read the books before, so I decided to read the first book, and that is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I mean, I was surprised at how close this stuck to the TV show stuck to this book, because it was very, very, very close.
Well, for that
Not
book.
a whole lot of discrepancies there. And I mean, if you like the first season of Game of Thrones, you're going to like this book. It's a great book, amazing book. Can't wait to jump more into it and get some more expanded knowledge
Yes.
of this world that I got from the TV show. And my number 1 read of 2024, I don't have a physical copy because I did this on audio, And for the second year in a row, my book of the year is by Stephen King.
Ooh,
So my 2024 book of the year is 11/22/63
Oh, come on.
by Stephen King. I mean, what can I even say about this book, really? You know, it's a love story disguised as a time travel story. I kind of use a similar analogy as Rocky. Rocky is a movie that's really a love story disguised as a boxing movie. But this book, I mean, it's pretending to be this time travel thriller, but it is very much just about two people from different times finding each other.
Different world.
And I really enjoyed it. And as intense and action-packed as the JFK plotline and Oswald plotline gets, my favorite parts of the book were just hanging out in Texas with these two characters. And the ending was just stellar. Absolutely amazing. And is a hell of a tearjerker. So that's it. 11/22/63 is my book of the year for 2024. Last year, Stephen King got it with Wolves of the Calla. This year, he gets it with 11/22/63. So thank you guys for letting me join in on another Town Square. And hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon.
Oh, you absolutely will, Daniel. What a list.
Dude,
what
I gotta start
list.
reading Stephen King. There was a book on there I've read. I was shocked.
You're coming up in the world. Thank you, Daniel. What an amazing list. That's a great year.
You love 11/22/63, right?
Oh, that's one of my favorite all time.
For King? Huh? That was on your top 10, right? For
King?
Oh,
yeah, that's on my top 10 King list. No doubt.
Okay. I thought
that's
so.
A beautiful story. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love that story.
Hello, Talking Story. This is Heidi.
Hi.
And this video is January book haul. Just in the last week or two, I got a whole bunch of her books. The first one is That Way Lies Camelot. It's a short story collection, and it was highly recommended by Josh at Red Fury Books.
Oh, cool. Okay. I don't have
think
that
I knew
one.
about that one.
The next book I got is book 2 and 3.
Oh, yeah.
Of The Wars of Light and Shadow. I got a used copy. It's a little ripped, so I think I'm gonna just frame this picture and take off the jacket. The next book was a gift that I got from Nico's Book Reviews, and it's a later book in the series, but he sent it to me, and it's a trade paperback with the hardcover art, and I love it. So thank you, Nico, if you're watching.
Love that art.
That's Trader's Knot. It's definitely later in the series. Oh, I think it says book 4, actually, so I'm good. Because I'm listening to the audio. I just got 2 and 3 in that hard copy, and now I have 4. And then I got the next book. It's a motley crew of The Wars of Light and Shadow. Is a mass paperback. I got The Fugitive Prince. I guess I'll just manage. The hardcover was just way too expensive. I'd rather, get a pocketbook or a pair of shoes for that price. So I'll make do with the tiny writing. So that is my book haul for the Town Square. Bye.
Oh,
well
Heidi.
done, Heidi.
Man, that's so
Those
awesome.
Janny books are kind of hard to come by these days, aren't
they're,
they?
you know what? And they shouldn't be. They should be out. They should be reprinted out there. So easy to grab. I'm telling you, we're doing everything we can to get this series out there. Thank you so much, Heidi, for helping us do that.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
If you have not read any Janny books, start today.
Yeah.
You must. They're great.
Hello, John and Jacob. I normally don't do book hauls of any kind, but this was just too good to pass up, and I figured this is the right place to share a couple of things. So my wife was out at a thrift shop earlier this week, and she saw a book, and the cover is what really caught her eye. She said, I wonder if this is a book Sam has heard of. So she picked it up. It was only $1.50, and as it turns out, that book was none other than The Curse of the Mistwraith.
$1.50
in a first edition hardcover. I was not planning on reading this really anytime soon. It was just on the TBR, but I think this is a sign. This needs to be bumped up much higher on the list. So thank you to my wife for finding this. But then also the other thing I'd like to share is one of my favorite fantasy series really of all time is the Arthurian retelling The Pendragon Cycle by Stephen R. Lawhead. And Bain is republishing the first 3 books in this series since it's been out of print for a while. And they were kind enough to send me some copies of it. So that's very exciting. And not to shamelessly self-promote my channel,
Please do.
All right, and now I am shamefully self-promoting my channel. We are doing a giveaway for the first book in the Pendragon cycle, Taliesin. I'll buy an extra copy for one person who wins this giveaway. There's a new adaptation of the Pendragon cycle coming along, so there's never been a better time to start this series. It's a very Tolkien-inspired retelling of the Arthur myth, spans multiple generations, and like I said, it's one of my favorite series of all time, so I hope you all check out the giveaway if anyone is interested. In all seriousness, John and Jacob, I just want to say thank you for all you've done for the community here. I have found some of my favorite BookTube channels, really ever, through these town hall videos. These have been a highlight of being a part of the channel for me personally as well, and I know I've had some people who found me because of these. So just to say thank you for what you've done as far as community building goes, and I can't wait to see what you all do in the future. But just wanted to sign off one last time, say thank you guys so much for everything you do, and can't wait to see what the future brings. Also, Jacob, don't worry if you're not sure if you're going to join the read-along or not. They're short books, you really should, and even if you don't, I got you covered, man. You got some copies coming somewhat soon here, but you really should read them. They're short and they're amazing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's more to the stack. It's more to the stack.
You're too kind, Sam. Sam like DM'd me weeks ago and was like, I'm thinking of sending these to you. I was like, dude, I'm not going to have time. And he was like, I'm sending them anyway.
Hey, we're not starting that read-along until like June.
Oh, well, then I could actually join that.
We're going to do Book of the New Sun. Christopher Rocchio is going to lead us through because it's such a big inspiration for Sun Eater. He is going to join our read log. He's going to read us through. Samwise will be there. We have a whole list of people. And you'll be set. It's not until like middle of the year.
I thought it was way quicker. Are you doing one book at a time?
No, I'm pretty sure it's like middle of the year. Because, you know, I don't know if you know this, but Christopher has to write his last book in the series.
That is true. Yeah. Among other things. He's a busy dude. But
he is a busy dude.
Are you doing one book at a time? This is not what this video is about. Why are we talking about this? Thank you, Sam. That was great.
Sam, you know what? You're the best.
If you want to hear more about Sam's giveaway, check out his channel.
Yes, check out that channel because I've never read that series and I love the Arthurian legend. I need to check.
You got to win that giveaway then.
I'm let someone win that giveaway.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Jeremy.
Hey.
Figured I'd take my shot at this town square thing.
Welcome.
Might as well start with this. Christmas just happened. I swapped from a Kindle Paperwhite to this Kobo red color.
Dude, that's
See
nice.
One Piece there. I'm starting my One Piece journey.
Nice.
With John and everyone there. I'm excited to go through the discussions. Listen to y'all. It's pretty cool. It actually reads. You can see very well on it. I haven't had any issues with it. I'm enjoying it. It's a fun, lighthearted romp. At least so far. I'm not very far into it. I think I'm on volume 8, so right around John. So that's been fun. Aside from that, I just finished Dune. I don't know what I could say about Dune that has been said a million times. Very good read. I hadn't had anything spoiled for me before.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was all new to me. I love the world. Didn't realize how prophetic and philosophical the story was, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. Probably pick up Dune Messiah here shortly. I'm really itching to get into the Sun Eater series by Rocchio, but I wanted to read the first few Dune books at least first because I know how influential it was for his writing. So aside from that, I'm listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl, about halfway through that. It's also fun.
Yes.
Very humorous, entertaining. Jeff Hayes is right up there with Stephen Pacey for me. That's all I got going on. John, I know you said you're going to be reading the Ken Liu short stories, the Paper Menagerie. I read that a few years ago. Very good. I really recommend checking out another of his short stories, his more recent one, called The Passing of the Dragon. It's a very short story. It's like 40 pages. It's free on Tor's website. You can just Google it. Patrick did a review of it, and I really thought of you guys because he said that every author, reviewer, reader, artist should read the story. And it's just, aside from it, what its title is, it's nothing to do with fantasy. It's just an artist's journey and like their reception they get, their experience through it, their perception of their own artwork, and how art is just subjective. So I really think you should check it out. That's all I got, guys. Bye.
Wow.
Not that I'm super relevant, but my choice got picked for the book of the month for the Patreon's Stoner. I picked it just because it's a different genre, standalone, and short. So I don't know if you've read it yet, but I hope you like it. And so you're welcome. And if not, then I'm sorry. We all pick Vanished Birds for our friends sometimes, right? But we're out here jumping at a jump place. My kids are washing their hands in the bathroom right now. Oh my God. You weren't lying.
Yes, public, man.
Yes. Oh, Jeremy, that's the best. Jeremy, that is the best. And what a great recommendation. I am going to look up that Ken Liu story. Like, I did not know that was what it was about. I had no idea it was about an artist journey. Yeah.
That sounds like right up your alley.
Oh my gosh. Thanks so much for that. Like I had heard great things, but I didn't know that. Jeremy, thank you so much. I'm looking that up tomorrow.
Yeah. And I guess thanks for putting Stoner in, because you really loved that.
That
you took your own journey with that.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Check. Yeah, absolutely. That one really, that hit real close to home for me. Very close
did things to you. Yeah.
Yeah, it really did.
Thanks, Jeremy. That was awesome.
That was so great, man. I'm so glad you sent that, Jeremy.
Happy January, Talking Story family. Hope everyone's 2025 has started off great. And I wish nothing but the best for you and yours. For traditional reading, me and the rest of the universe picked up Wind and Truth, finished that. Really enjoyed the ending to the arc. It was a good read. Howling Dark, amazing stuff. What a great novel. I'm really looking forward to finishing the series, catching up with it. I did Tress in the Emerald Sea. Really had a good time with that as well. And started the Greenbone. I finished Jade City. Very high on my TBR to get through the next two. And as far as comics, I was at the LCS and saw something that really caught my eye and reminded me why I love comic books and some of the great things comic books can do for us as story, I think comic books really do villain tropes, archetypes extremely well. It's just a great medium for that. And obviously some of my favorites with the Doom stuff. Obviously, I love the whole. They might be a little extreme, but you can make an argument that they're right. Your Dooms, Magneto, certainly, Ozymandias from Watchmen. Then you have another one I like. The power hungry, really smart, world dominating type, like your Lex Luthors, Kingpins, things like that. But then another trope I really love, which brings me here, is the fighting kind of your evil self. And this time it's in the Venom for Spider-Man, Sinestro for Green Lantern, and then Wolverine has Sabretooth. Yeah. One, look at this artwork. Simply amazing. It really encapsulates everything about Sabretooth. Big, hulking, menacing creature. The fangs and claws just dripping with blood. You can see how feral he is. Honestly, not the best read. I might not continue with this one. This is number one. But just to illustrate the point that, so many things you can learn from comic books and take away from them. Like with Venom, the original, not this new anti-hero Venom, but the original, crazy Venom and Sabretooth. It's really kind of just like you really are fighting an evil version of yourself. And on paper, you should lose that fight 10 out of 10 times. But you know what? Like sometimes you do lose. Wolverine, every year on his birthday, Sabretooth comes and finds him and kicks his butt. So you don't win all the time. But I will say that, you got to follow the hero path, with, your courage, and you don't give up, and you figure it out. You use your brains and your smarts, and you get through it, and you overcome big obstacles. And, life throws Sabretooths at us all the time, and you just keep going, and you do your best, and you'll be surprised with how successful you can be. So anyways, love comic books. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your month, and talk to you soon.
Love you too, Mark. Oh my gosh, I love comics. I love comics so much. Sometimes I just would love to sit and get a beverage and talk with Mark comics for like a day.
I was gonna say, man, Mark seems like such a fun guy to just hang and chill with.
Absolutely, man. I would just be so amazing to hang out and talk comics with Mark. I love his takes on comics. So true. The villains are so important. Yeah. You can't have that hero's journey without him.
That pumps me up to read more comics.
Oh, you got to read.
I know. I got to read more of a lot of things. You did. It's your fault. It's his fault.
I blame myself.
It's not my fault. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, that was great, Mark. Just a quick break in the action to thank all of our correspondents, directors, and producers on Patreon. These people keep the lights on. They make decisions for us because we don't know what we're doing. We're not great at making the decisions around here. The decisions all the way from what I'm going to read next, what the book club of the month Patreon pick is going to be, but all the way up to video ideas and what we're going to do here on the channel coming up for you. If you're interested or you want to find out how you can be a part of this, right down there in the description box, click the Patreon link. It's got all the answers for you. And once again, thank you to all of these fine people that are helping us build the channel, our correspondents, directors, and producers.
Asa, John. Asa, Jacob. It's me, Jingleheimer, from over on Hobby Vomit channel, where we talk about every hobby that you could ever imagine, as long as it is one of mine. So today, before we address the elephant in the room, I wanted to talk about a book that I just finished. So I just finished Malazan.
Oh, okay.
The first book, Gardens of the Moon. I think it's Malazan, not Malazan. I'm not really sure, but Malazan, we'll call it that. I really love this book. I think if you are into film, Jacob, I think you'll really like this book. It really truly feels like I'm reading a film.
Oh.
Yes, there are a lot of POVs and there's a lot of POV jumping, but every chapter is broken down into scenes, so everything feels intentional. I think if you're reading with intent, it's pretty easy to follow. And I think if you enjoy the process of taking a break while you're reading to check the glossary and make sure you're following who's who, or checking the map to make sure you know who's where, I think you'll really like this. And man, it is epic. It feels like a finale of a series, but as the first book. So 4.5 out of 5 for me. I really loved it. It's a banger. Okay, so now we have to address the elephant in the room. This is the final town square. And, it's bittersweet for me. John, Jacob, I've never missed a town square. I've been in every single one. Audience, you probably recognize me. And wow, I'm just sad that it's over. This was the highlight of my month, getting to be a part of it. And it's sad, but on to brighter things. So before I go, I wanted to kind of share my favorite moments of being on town square. So I've compiled a set of footage, a montage, if you will, of my highlights, my favorite moments. And I wanted to share that with you. So here they are, the best of the best, the highlights of Hobby Vomit.
I was gonna say he's never submitted before.
I know, dude. Like I was like, this is all.
I was like, either I'm a horrible person and I don't remember.
No, I knew right away. It's like wherever you start, it's like, dude, like, what are you doing?
That was awesome, man.
That was awesome. I can't wait to start Gardens of the Moon. That sounds amazing, the way he summed it up there.
Now I'm tempted to start. I wasn't gonna. I'm
gonna go slow.
On my list.
You know what? When I get my broken binding copies, I'll pass my paperback on to you.
Okay. When you read it, let me know if you think I would like it.
I will, but I mean, I think it's gonna be great, man.
I know. If Hobby,
I'm gonna go slow. So. I'm gonna take my time. It might go over a couple months. Like it might.
Well, I mean,
I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see what happens.
It's a long series. Take your time.
Yeah.
All right. Here we are, the final town square. This is it's crazy, man. I've gathered around a collection. Not even all. This is just a handful of some of the buddy reads and read-alongs I get to do this year with people that I've met only because of Town Square or because of Talking Story or because of starting my channel that only happened because I was so inspired by Talking Story. And I'm just so grateful. And I wanted to use today to, get a little sentimental maybe and just say thanks and just express how much this is meant to me. And I speak for, I think, the entire community when I say that I know you guys are too humble to ever say it out loud, but I hope that you do realize and understand and internalize just how much you mean to all of us, just how much we appreciate what you guys have done and continue to do, and just how much you really are the brightest of bright spots in the community. And as far as I'm concerned, in the world, I mean, you guys are just such amazing people. And even better that Mr. Pooh is part of it. Let's be honest. He's the highlight of the channel, right? But no, in all seriousness, this whole thing that you guys have done has allowed me to improve my life so much, which is so crazy. How it's hard to even believe, but it's just amazing. And I've met so many people who I'm truly deeply friends with now, and I hope I'm friends with till the day that I die. And that's just such an amazing thing. And the whole world seems brighter thanks to Talking Story. And even on days in my life when things don't feel as bright, I have people who I've met through this community who are there to help pick me up and make things feel brighter again. And I'm just so endlessly grateful for that. So truly, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for everything that you have done. And I'm so excited to just continue seeing where this community continues to grow.
Jake, that's, you know what?
Love you, Jake.
I love you, buddy. Look, he's not wrong. It's a better world for talking story. And I don't mean that about us or this channel.
No, the community.
You take in story and it moves you, and you talk to your friends, you talk to your neighbors, you talk to people that love story, you talk to people that don't love story, and you start to see like the ripples in the pool and the changes it makes. And this community is just such a blessing. I just, when he says like his life is better, I know exactly what he's talking about. You know,
I this is the most bittersweet part of Town Square, is that I know that like Jake was submitted to Town Square before he even had a channel. And he decided to start a channel, and I think same for Triple B, same for
I don't know about
Iskandaria.
Maybe.
Same for Chance Dillon. Maybe not same for Triple B. I don't know. I
think same for Chance.
Yeah, but we got to know Jake. We got to know Chris. We got to know so many people. And thanks, Jake. You're the best.
You are. Yeah.
The community is a better place with you in it.
Oh my gosh, his channel is amazing.
Yeah, go check it out if you haven't. It's great.
Hey, you watching this? Do you like comics? Do you like comics?
Yeah,
because I like comics. And John, I know that you like comics.
Oh, you know
so I'm
it.
going to recommend you a comic today.
Okay.
I want you to read this, unless you already have read this. Then in that case, I've just completely wasted your time and my time. Read it. But in case you haven't, I wanted to recommend you a comic today, and that comic is Sweet Tooth by Jeff Lemire. It's a comic about a young boy named Gus.
Have you read it?
That guy right there. Okay. That's Gus. He grows up in this post-apocalyptic world where people start dying of this illness, and children get born, and they look like animals. They look like animals. He looks like a deer. There's other kids that look like animals. There's one that looks like a pig. It's a little girl, and she and Gus get along very well. Yeah, Jeff Lemire, I think, is a really great creator. I really like this series a lot. It's my favorite Jeff Lemire comic of all time.
Ooh.
He's a really great creator. I'm actually doing something on my channel called Year of Lemire, where I'm going to be reading a bunch of Jeff Lemire stuff. I'm going to be reviewing and discussing and covering a lot of his works because I love his work that much. But Sweet Tooth, it's a really good comic. Tell your mom to go read it. Tell your dad. Tell your grandma. I mean, tell your dogs. I mean, especially tell your dogs.
Oh my God.
This is a really good series, though. Year of Lemire. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everybody about it. John, if you haven't read Sweet Tooth, you should read Sweet Tooth because I think you'll like it. It has great characters, great story. The art is a little offbeat. I mean, you can kind of see it there because Jeff Lemire did the art for it.
Oh.
But it's really well worth the time, and it also has really good watercoloring. So yeah, Sweet Tooth, Year of Lemire. Spread it around. Tell your wives, tell your children, and most importantly, tell your dogs.
Oh my God.
Here's
I love this aggressive style from Britain. That's great.
Yeah. I have not read Sweet Tooth, but I've watched the first season on Netflix. Yeah. So this is going to upset Britain to no end. That I've watched. I don't know how good the adaptation is, but I watched the first season and I've not read that comic. I need to fix that. You are right, Britain. It's a Year of Lemire, and I need to fix that.
Did you at least like the first season?
I did. I enjoyed it. I haven't made it back for season 2, but I did enjoy it.
Well, Britain's going to tell you to read the comic first. And
he's going to tell me. No, that message is coming.
Yeah. Thank you, Britain.
Hey, Talking Story family. It's me, Britain, also known as some Okie Dude. And, I was in my bathroom the other day, and I was just kind of looking around, and I just randomly found this sitting there on my bathroom wall. So I guess it is true. Jakob really is the best BookTube producer out there.
Yes, it's so true.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoy this.
I trusted you, Britain. Britain sent a second email submission with I put in this new video. I hope it's okay that I have 2. And I looked at the length and I was like, short. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I would
It's
say
happening.
thank you, Britain, but I can't.
Thank you, Britain. That was awesome. my BookTube nephew.
Hello, John and Jacob. Hello, Talkie Story. It's Rhys from Rhys Writing. You may not notice me without the hat. You know, Janny Warts blew my hat back, so I didn't take my precautions, and it's gone, and it'll never return. Today, I thought I would take a look back at my previous self, as it's my birthday on the 27th of January, so I thought, have a look 10 years,
Happy birthday.
10 years in the past. Get the old time machine out, go back into the depths of 2015, have a look at my 18-year-old self. I was much more into film. I didn't really read. Would like some sort of bit weirder stuff. And I would probably like a shorter book that's not as big. If it was too big, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. I want something easy to get into and would keep me hooked. Something with a little bit of a science fiction-y thing that would sort of make me, have a think. I went for The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. This is a really good book. I was super into it when I started to read it. I found it very easily readable. It keeps a good pace, and there's a lot of sort of running around and chasing, and but also discovering about this man, how he became invisible, the sort of puzzles that are at play, but also H.G. Wells's Victorian-esque writing is very nice to read. And I would give the question out to you, tinglers. I'm keeping with it. John and
Go with
Jacob, what would you give to your younger self? What book would you recommend? And thanks for having me. Bye.
Rhys, oh my gosh. Younger self, what would I do?
You go first, because I don't know.
Wow, younger self. Well,
how much younger? I'm pretty young already.
I mean, 18. He said 18-year-old self. So that's like not too far back for you. You go first because you could remember.
I mean, I would say Sea of Tranquility, but it wasn't out yet.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking stuff too, but it's like I wouldn't know what to.
Yeah,
I would say Dune.
I guess I love anything.
I loved Dune so much at that time. I would just hand me Dune.
Yeah. When did you read Dune when you were 18, or did you find it after?
No, I found it I read it in junior high for the first time.
Oh, okay.
And I think I read it for the second time.
So you would go back in time and hand yourself a book you've already read?
Yeah, because I can promise you right now, I did not get everything that he was laying down when I was in junior high. I see. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if it could be anything, I would do Sea of Tranquility. That book.
Why not?
Really
we'll allow that answer, even though it didn't exist.
Sure.
Have you read that book yet? Either. No, you've read that one, just not Station 11.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Shamefully, I have not read Station 11.
Shamefully, you need to fix that. Yeah.
I know. I need to fix a lot of things.
All right, talking storyhead. So this is the time where I usually make fun of John Minton, but just to throw things off a little bit, I've decided we're going to go ahead and have a tribute to the one, the only John Minton.
John who?
Jacob's dad.
Oh, John, the older dude.
Yes, thank you. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, well, that's about right. And what am I supposed to talk about? John? John. He seems like a nice enough guy. He's great. Personally, having seen his family, his wife and his son and the son's fiance, and I got to say, I don't think John would really have a show if it weren't for such a wonderful family he has.
Yes, that is completely true.
Kudos to you, John. You chose wisely.
I'm wearing a fan t-shirt of one of his favorite authors, Raymond Weiss.
What can I say about John other than I love your enthusiasm. I love your passion. From the moment I saw your first video, I knew that more people needed to know about Talking Story. You have brought such a light to the community. You are just an absolute gem.
I want y'all to sit down with a frosty beverage. Uh-oh. Not spooky season. Sorry, John.
John, Jacob, did you guys know that you're Christopher Rocchio's dad's favorite booktuber?
Christopher Rocchio here. Oh, Sunny here. And I just wanted to say real quick, and John, I know you already know this, but you're my dad's favorite YouTuber. Anyway, bye.
That's the biggest accomplishment I think that they've ever done. Really. Like there's writing a book, there's, having a wonderful family that actually gets along together. And then there's being Christopher Rocchio's dad's favorite booktuber.
He loves Robin Hobb. He won Book of the Month on his channel 3 times.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for everything you've done for this community, for BookTube in general, and for me. You guys are making a lot of people's days. You are bringing reading and books to a lot of people, and you're just inspiring a lot of people. So I just want to say thank you. And I think it's pretty awesome that not only are you inspiring new people that come along, but this community continues to be just so solid and tight-knit because you still make time to keep growing those relationships with all of us that are already in it.
I have Tigger here, and Tigger's going to pick his next read. Tigger, come back!
John was an early reader for me. He provided really valuable feedback. Again, he just has such a smart sense of what makes a story work, what makes characters engaging. I would always welcome his feedback on anything.
John is one of the most articulate folks on BookTube. His enthusiasm is infectious, and as an author, he's got such a great way of making you feel really comfortable. And it's clear when you're talking to him that he deeply is engaged with the book, which is a huge plus. Keep being epic, John.
Well, hello, J&J. I am really happy to be able to make this video in honor of you both. As you know, Jay is one of my favorite people, and of course, his family member, Jay, is also okay as well, I guess. But I just wanted to wish you both a very happy 2025, and thank you for all the contributions you make to BookTube. And I just really enjoyed watching your channel grow. So may God bless you, and have a very prosperous, healthy year.
You were turning on the camera, or we find out later, Jacob was turning on the camera, and you were just kind of talking to us about books. And I love that you just kind of keep it real like that, and you've made it just kind of a family business at this point. And it's been so fun to watch your channel grow. It's been fun to just see the different things that you put out. And I'm so happy that we've decided to have a kind of an annual buddy read between the two of us in perpetuity. I'm really looking forward to Long Price Quartet later this year. And then who knows, 20 years from now, when we're both retired from BookTube, we'll probably be on some other platform talking about some other books that we want to read together.
I'm glad to see you guys have a great channel and a great community. And it makes me really happy because, you have such life, John. You have such passion for what you do. It's very infectious.
Hey, John and Jacob, I don't really have anything funny to say because I'm just not that witty, but I want to take an opportunity to tell you guys, even though John did recommend one of the worst books that I read last year, how much I do appreciate you being a part of this community. It feels completely different with you here, and I cannot imagine it without you now. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep on keeping on, brother, and I will be there.
I was thinking about what is the magic formula that John has discovered that has made his channel so wildly successful so quickly. And I think I figured it out just today. And it's the 3 Ps. It is passion, presence, and Pooh Bear.
All right. So when it comes to gushing about books, in my mind, John is the Superman of BookTube. And of course, Superman does have his kryptonite. And in John's case, I think we can all agree that his kryptonite is the tech side of things. So fortunately, he does have his Batman, someone who is competent when it comes to all the doodads and technical stuff. And that, of course, is Jakob, the best producer on BookTube. And then there is Amy. She even has the ability to get John to tell it straight. It's almost as if she has some kind of magical lasso that makes people tell the truth, which leaves the Flash for, of course, Mr. Pooh, who just would look so cute in a little red suit.
It really would.
And combined, all together, what do we get? What do we get? A lot of spandex. But also, of course, the Justice League of BookTube talking story.
And I just wanted to share that I
Tori.
love your warmth and enthusiasm that you've brought to BookTube, but you deserve all of the success that you guys have had this last year. And I'm so excited to be able to spin around the earth and talk books with you. You can sell a book. I know this has been said before, but I have to be very careful how many of your videos I watch because I come away with a mountainous TBR that is just added to the already Mount Everest that's behind me. But seriously, I really appreciate you being here and I love your content. Keep doing what you're doing. Jakob?
And I have to add to this tribute to Jakob. Jakob makes John look good. Not only are John and Jakob one of the finest father-son relationships on the internet, Jakob does the button pushing and he makes everything shiny. Thank you, John and Jakob, for so many hours of entertainment in the book world.
Everything nice that I had prepared to say about you, I'm struggling a little bit because I recently became aware of some commentary that you had on one of my favorite books of all time, which of course is Morningstar by Pierce Brown. So while I could talk about how amazing your social media and media art skills are and how awesome you've been doing with your dad's channel work, I don't know how I feel about that anymore, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Your hot take on Morningstar really gutted me. So I don't know. I don't know if we can speak anymore.
Well, hey, John, my name is Brian Bell, and I'm from a relatively obscure channel called BellTube. I noticed in your playlist, you have a show called Talking with Tubers. And I was really impressed that you had people like Chance, Leslie, Alan, Jimmy, Tori, Words in Time, Johan, Matt, Mike, Tudor Ramble, and Josh from Red Fury Books on your Talking with Tubers show. And I was just wondering if you'd like to lift me out of obscurity and perhaps invite me to come on as well. Here's hoping.
So guys, what's special about this video is not the fact that they all came on and did this together with me. It's the fact that they all came on and did this together for you. Hope you guys appreciate it as much as we appreciate you, and goodbye to Town Square.
This book club better be really cool, man.
That was wow. That was. I mean, I don't even have words for that. That was really special.
I feel like I got to go in a dark room and process that.
Yeah. I mean, oh my gosh, all those faces. Can you believe all those faces?
I know. Well, yeah, I got to scroll through that real quick. Like, who?
I mean,
we have?
that is, you know, guys, really, that's just, wow. I don't even know what to say. I mean, the only thing I can say is you have to know how important each and every one of you guys are to our lives and how much enriched we are being able to share this space with all of you and having been able to meet all of you and all your special talents and abilities and you're just amazing lives that we get to share. It's just, I have no idea how we got here. I have no idea how we got here. You were going to help me meet like a couple hundred friends to talk about books with maybe. And somehow we got here. We get to be we get to be like the stewards of this amazing group of people that talk about art and story and what it means to us and how it moves us and makes our lives a better place. And gosh, that's just, I mean, wow, Ed, I can't thank you enough. That was truly something.
I can't, man, now I feel bad. Like, Gryftkin was DMing me the other day. Like, I'm trying to get this as short as I can. I'm trying to make cuts here and there. Now I wish he didn't. I want the whole thing.
You know what? We'll have to get Gryftkin to send us the director's cut.
Yeah. We'll do that.
We'll do that. We'll I'm sure he has it saved. Oh my gosh,
Thank you
everybody.
so much, Gryftkin. Thank you to everybody.
Every single
Dennis,
person that
Tori, Mike.
Yes. Every
Austin,
single
Rich.
Daniel, everyone that has stopped by Town Square has joined our group here and taken the time to send us a video so we could turn the cameras around, let you take over our channel and let us know what stories are changing you and moving you. God, thank you all for your time and your passion and your love, and just sharing it with us. It's been so special. And let me tell you, the biggest hope that I have is that we will be able to meet so many more of you in a book club, and we'll be able to talk back and forth at least once a month, and it won't be one-sided. And I just can't wait to be able to do that with each and every one of you and get to know you better. You're just all so special. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Please don't let this be the end, everybody. And if you can't afford the Patreon, don't worry about it. Just
forget about it.
Join the Discord.
Hey, you know where?
Discord's free.
Look. Let me tell you where we are. Blue Sky, Twitter, Discord, and yes, the Patreon read will be that'll be. But it's like, look, there's so many other read-alongs going on at Discords that are open for everyone. Book Club with the Misses, and just sprints that pop up and happen, and read-alongs that just get put together through the month, and all of that is just open for all of us to hang out and be a part of. So hit that up, and then we'll share a weekly call for Patreon. But there's so much else going on that is for everyone there, right? So absolutely don't. It doesn't matter. This community, there's so many ways to join, and just suck the marrow and suck the passion out of this community and let it change your life as well. Join. Let me tell you. That button right down there, we've said it so many times, and the author of the Tingle Papers was in this video earlier. You hit that subscription button and you join this group, and what do you get, son?
I zoned out thinking about...
You get a tingle, and you know it's true.
I don't even know where I am right now.
Oh, thank you so much. Gosh, everybody, hit us up in comments. That's what it's all about. We started this channel to get to know you and meet some friends that love books and love the kind of books we love. We're going to answer every comment that comes in. We're going to answer as quickly as possible. I might be out of pocket a little bit when this video comes out, I think, but I'll get on there the next day or so. I will answer every comment, and we'll talk back and forth as best we can there. And hit that thumbs up button. Helps us grow, helps us meet new people. And what can we say? Onwards and upwards from here. You guys are something. How I became a wealthy enough man to be tapped into this community and meet all of you, I will be forever asking myself.
I was about to say long live Town Square, but now it's dead. Long live BookTube.
Jeez. Debbie Downer?
Well, it is. It's the finale. Thanks, everybody. But yeah.
It is the finale, and what a style it went out on. And you know what? Just because we're trying something new, it doesn't mean there couldn't be a rebirth. It doesn't mean we couldn't come back around and turn the cameras around someday. You never know what'll happen. So keep tuning in so we can find out together.
Absolutely. And sorry, Tori. I feel obligated to say that. Morningstar's not that bad. It just it wasn't my favorite. Golden Sun was really amazing, but
wait till you get back. You're gonna like the second trilogy, I think. Tori didn't like the second.
I heard, yeah.
I think I think it's different. I think it's different vibes, and that's part of the magic. Everyone gets to find a story that speaks to them, so that's part of the magic here.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh, I'm gonna go cry.
Thank you. That was truly, truly amazing.